Hello, my name is Dr. Sam Morris. I am the Director of Special Initiatives here at Wichita State University. We're going to cover a quick presentation on how to enroll for your concurrent enrollment class there in your local high school. First of all, what is college credit? College credit, or concurrent enrollment credit, rather, is a way for you as a highly eligible high school student to earn college credit for courses that you are taking in your high school right now. Now, there are several benefits. One of the biggest is the cost. The cost per course with Wichita State University is $149 for a concurrent enrollment course. If you were to take a class like this at Wichita State currently, it would be $150 or $159.75 per credit hour. So about $700 to $1,000 per class, depending on the class that you are taking. So right now, for $149, you can get this class for college credit. If you are in one of our science classes, like a biology or a chemistry class that has a lab component, the cost for that class is $298. And the reason is because you pay $149 for the lecture section, and then you pay an additional $149 for the lab section. Of course, this gives you a head start on college at a very reduced rate. So you get less time in college when you actually graduate and go to college, and you spend less money in college as well. A couple of other benefits is you have access to our library for research and reference opportunities, and then you also have a wichita.edu student email address. We'll address some of the reasons you'll need this in a few minutes, but as a way of benefit, you do have access to some things for a little bit reduced cost, things like maybe Amazon Prime or Spotify accounts there. What if you're not going to transfer to Wichita State, or you're wanting to go outside of Kansas to college? Now, if you're not going to go to Wichita State, this class is a highly transferable degree. Wichita State is accredited by the Higher Learning Commission, so more than likely it's going to transfer wherever you're going to go nationwide. Now, however, we do recommend having a conversation with whatever university, community college, or technical institution that you're going to go to make sure this will transfer in a way that is helpful for you, whether that's as a required class or as an elective. So no matter what, wherever you're going, whether it's even if it's not going to be rather at Wichita State, we recommend going ahead and having a conversation with that school so you know how it's going to transfer. The cost for the course, again, as we've already discussed, is $149 per class, $298 total for the lecture and the lab of all of our science classes, and there is a one-time $25 application fee. If you've already paid this fee with Wichita State in the past, you will not be asked to pay this again. It is a one-time $25 application fee. If you participate in a free or reduced lunch program, you are eligible for a scholarship for one section or one class per semester. That's $149 that will be credited to your account and waive or cover the cost for one class if you are to be able to submit that scholarship form to us. We'll talk about when we need that form in just a few minutes. Eligibility, you need to be enrolled in the concurrent enrollment class. Chances are that you are watching this video in your class, which means you're good to go. You need to be a high school student, and you need to have a 2.75 GPA. Now, we will look at some GPAs below a 2.75. You will need to submit an exception form for GPAs below a 2.75, and we will have our admissions committee review those. 2.75 is the minimum GPA that we require. If you've taken classes with Wichita State before, we need a 2.0 for those previous classes. We also require parent permission and a high school official permission for you to take this class. If we do not have those two things, your application will stay in the application system, and it will not be processed for admission, nor will you be enrolled in the class. Your parent permission is a requirement for us here for high school students with Wichita State to take classes with us, so we require parental permission. Your high school counselor will be submitting your transcript to us, as well as indicating that you have permission to take this class for college credit. Now let's walk through these steps to enroll. So pull out a computer, a tablet, or your phone and walk through these steps with me. You'll first need to go to earlycollege.wichita.edu. It's earlycollege.wichita.edu. Do not put www in front of Early College. It just needs to be earlycollege.wichita.edu. For new users, you're going to click on the Start New Application. We'll walk through those steps in just a moment. For returning users, you need to log in with your credentials. If If you have forgotten your password, go ahead and follow the forgot password steps. If you have forgotten your email, please email us at concurrent@wichita.edu, and we will get you your email and help you get set back up into your account. Returning students. For returning students, after you log in, you will need to sign the student agreement. This will allow you to move towards the apply for courses section. So for returning students, after you log in, you'll be prompted to sign the student agreement, and then you'll be able to apply for classes. For new students, once you submit your personal email address, you will receive an email from noreply@earlycollege.wichita.edu, and you will need to verify your email. There's a link inside of that. All you need to do is click that, and it will take you back to the portal to verify your email. Sometimes it does take 2 to 5 minutes for this email to show up. Please do make sure you are checking your spam or your junk folders to see to look for this email. If it doesn't show up after 10 minutes, please let me know or your teacher know, and we will make sure we can get that set up for you as quickly as possible. Once you verify your email, once you click the link in the verification email, you'll be prompted again on the Early College site to confirm and continue. After you hit confirm and continue, you will see the application. Now through the application, this is just your personal information, your name, your date of birth, address, and those types of things. You will be asked for 3 things. One is your social security number. You do not have to put that. It is optional. So if you're uncomfortable giving it to us, you don't know your social security number, you do not need to put anything there. Just leave that blank. You'll also be asked some residency questions. If you're unsure about these questions, just fill those residency questions out to the best of your ability, and we will deal with it from there. You are also going to be asked for your parent email address and name. Please provide as accurately as possible your parent email address so that the system can email them for their permission in just a few more steps. After you fill out this application section, you will be able to submit it. By submitting it, you are also acknowledging that you will have a $25 application fee if you are admitted into your course. You will then sign the student agreement after you submit the application. The student agreement just acknowledges that there is a cost for the course, and that by taking this class, you are aware that you will need to pay for this class or submit a scholarship form for the cost of the class. From there, you will be prompted to apply for classes. You can go to the Apply for Classes section, either in the left gray bar on the side of your phone or your screen, or in the middle where Apply for Classes is located. You will be prompted by your teacher now to be able to register for the correct class. We have provided your teacher with the right CRN or section number. That's this number right here. And you will need to make sure you check the right box next to the right number at this time before you click Apply for Selected. So teachers, go ahead and pause the video, tell your students what CRN or section number they need to apply for, and have them apply for it now. After you hit Apply for Selected, your parents will receive an email at the email address that you provided so that they can provide their permission for you to take that class. If there's issues with that, we'll talk about how to troubleshoot that in just a moment. Now, by applying for a college class and being enrolled in a college class, you are now under a federal law called FERPA. FERPA is the Family Educational Right and Privacy Act. What this means is we need your permission as the student to have a conversation with anybody about your personal information here at Wichita State. If we do not have your personal permission to talk with someone in particular, we cannot have any conversation about your information with the university. We highly recommend that you give us permission to talk to one person at minimum in your family, preferably the person who pays the bills, whether that's parent or guardian, whomever pays the bills in your family, that you give us permission to have a conversation with them about your finances. Your family will still be able to contact your high school for educational information, whether that be your grades or assignments or anything like that. But if they contact your high school and ask what your bill is with Wichita State, they will be told to call Wichita State. In phone calls with your parents, I will be checking to see if I have permission, your permission, to talk to them. And if I do not, I cannot have a conversation with them about your bill. The way that you would go about giving us access or permission to talk to someone is by going to FERPA, the FERPA consent section on the left-hand gray bar at the top or right there in the middle of the screen that says FERPA consent. You'll give us the name of the individual whom we can have a conversation with, and then you'll assign a 4-digit PIN. My suggestion with this 4-digit PIN is make it 4 numbers that you can easily remember or your FERPA individual can easily remember. So if it's your birthday, you could use 0318 would be a really easy one for you to remember, or another number that you know that your parent or guardian will remember as well. That will be a way for us to make sure we have them registered as an authorized user here at the university. As an authorized user, they will receive all the same billing updates that you receive. And because they receive all the billing updates that you receive, you can take that off of your plate as something to have to be responsible for or to worry about in terms of making sure your bill is paid, and then you can focus on your studies. Now, uploading documents. If your GPA is below a 275 and you need to upload an exception form, you can do that here through the upload or supporting documents section. You go to this section on the Early College portal, and you can give us a comment. We do encourage, please give us a comment about what you're going to submit to us, whether it's an exception form or a scholarship form, and then choose a file. You can take a picture of it with your phone, scan it, and then you can put it in here as well. One of those 2 ways, whether by scan or picture, we will receive it and be able to upload it and process it to your account. Also, this is a great spot for you to upload the free and reduced lunch form. Both of these forms have been provided to your teacher for you. If you need to fill them out, please get those filled out. You can either email those back to us at concurrent@wichita.edu, or you can upload them here through the supporting documents section. Parental consent. If on your application you did not get your parent email right, you can correct that here. Whatever you put into your application will show up here as in the parental consent section. So if maybe we missed a number or a letter, or we didn't put .com or .net at the end of your parent's email, if for some reason your parent is not receiving the parental consent email and they're not seeing it in their junk folders or their spam folders either, you can go to this section of parental consent. You can check to make sure you have the correct email, and then when you click submit parent consent request, it will automatically email them again. Now, if your parent is still having issues receiving the parent consent email, they can either call us or email us at concurrent@wichita.edu, and we can mark this on their behalf. So if they still are having trouble receiving this, we can mark this on their behalf. Your responsibilities are first and foremost to pass the class. This class that you are in is an approved college class. There's no additional assignment that you will be required to do to get the college credit for this class. So if you take this class and get a C or better, you will be able to get college credit for this class. It's important to note that a D or an F will result in needing to take this class again at the college level. C's get degrees in college. So we need you to check your emails beyond making sure you're paying attention in class and doing all the coursework to the best of your ability. Please check your emails. All communication from the university will be sent directly to you as the student, not the parent. If your parent is set up as an authorized user, they will also be receiving the same emails that you are about your bill, but any other emails that are coming from Wichita State will come straight to you. All of this communication will be sent to your new WSU email address. The example of one is there. You will have access on how to set this up after you have been admitted to the university, and then your bill will not be showing up until you've been enrolled in class. Once we get you enrolled in class, that's when you will have a bill, and you will be able to see that by logging into your My WSU ID or account and navigating to the My Finance section. Once we get you enrolled, only then will you have a bill. Now, part of the responsibilities that you have is to maintain this communication from us, because we do and we perform what's called a mid-semester grade check with all of our teachers to make sure that as many students as possible are not going to receive a D or an F on their permanent college transcript. We want to make sure you start with success in your college career. So when we reach out to teachers and ask if any students are in danger of getting a D or an F, and they give us a name back, we will then reach out to that student directly, not back to the teacher, but to the student to ask if you want to withdraw from the class. If you do not respond to the communication that we send to you, you will stay in the class and you will get a D or an F. If, however, you respond and say that you would like to be withdrawn, we will take care of that for you. So you need to make sure that you are checking your emails and maintaining all communication with the university. Now, if we get somewhere into the semester before October 28th or April 3rd, and you decide that you want to withdraw from the class, get a W on your transcript and not a D or an F or some other grade, then you do have the ability to withdraw from classes in the early college portal. You do that through the drop/WD request. WD means withdraw. You go to that, you will pick the class that you are registered for that you would like to be withdrawn from. You'll give us a reason. It doesn't have to be detailed, just that you would like to be withdrawn will be fine. Sign it, you submit it, and then we will take care of that for you. The last day to withdraw from fall classes is October 28th. The last day to withdraw from spring or year-long classes is April 3rd. Again, October 28th for fall classes, for spring and year-long classes, April 3rd. How to pay for your bill? You will not have a bill on your account until we have fully enrolled you in classes. Once you are enrolled, you will be notified via email that you have been enrolled and now have a bill to pay. How you pay for your bill is first, you'll set up your MyWSU account. You'll get an email with how to do that after you've been admitted. Then you'll log in. You'll go to the My Finances section, click Student Account Suite, and then select Make Payment. Important deadlines. September 5th is the application for fall classes and year-long classes. So please apply as soon as possible so that parent agreement and consent can be received and your transcripts can be received and processed for admission, and then you be enrolled as quickly as possible. September 5th is the deadline for application. October 1st is when we need your scholarship forms. If we do not have your scholarship forms by October 1st, you will not be able to receive a scholarship if you are on the free and reduced lunch program. October 15th is when your bill is due. All late fees will be assessed after November 15th, but you will need to pay your bill as a high school student by October 15th. And again, final withdrawal dates for the fall, October 28th, and for all year-long courses, April 3rd. Here's a quick checklist of items that you need to make sure you complete, things that we've just covered in this presentation. And if you have any questions, comments, you've got errors that you're running into on the portal itself, or your parents would like to get us their permission directly, you can reach out to any of us as a part of the early college team here at Wichita State. You can do that through email, concurrent@wichita.edu, or you can call us at 316-978-3085. We're here to help you, and we want to make sure that we get you enrolled in all your classes as quickly and as easily as possible. Thank you.